Because of the Fulani, one of the fastest growing regions in Nigeria have become a battleground. I repeat, because of the Fulani, one of the fastest growing regions in Nigeria, which is the southeast, have become a war zone. You see killings, kidnappings, and every sort of criminal activities in the southeast, a very peaceful region. Now, this video, the people that call themselves unknown gunmen or what have you, they have come out to say that federal government, please, these are the names of the people that are sponsoring us. Those guys that call themselves men on the ground, this video, they mention their name and they're asking the federal government that the federal government should go after them.
The men on the ground. They turned against men on the ground because of political interest. The same thing Mazi Zumas did in Aronizog. Now, there's a man called Ekele Edimele. Ekele Edimere. And the COC Akorisa. Emenihe Kasimia and the Odumegu Etulu. Naira and Power. These are the people. I want the federal government to investigate them. They are the ones that supported us. They are the ones that encouraged us. They are the ones that even bought some rifles, some weapons for us by then. They are the ones that gave us gun in order to pursue Fulanis that is kidnapping our people in Olo.
Now, since the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of things have happened. Since the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of things have happened. I tell you. You see the division between the IPOB, we have the one of DOS, we have the one of Saunekpa, we have difference. A lot of things have happened. And it is not going to help the region. I'm telling you, it is not going to help the region. Now that we are moving toward restructuring of Nigeria, any house that does not put itself in order will be at the losing end. I said before that if Nigeria is going to divide today, one of the greatest beneficiaries from this contraption called Nigeria would be the Yorubas and the Fulanis. It is not the Igbos. The Igbos will not even come third. The Ijaws will come third. Now, because of these issues we are having in Igbo land, whereby killings, you can't go to your village, you come from abroad, you go to your village, all of a sudden, you are kidnapped. Who kidnapped you? Who kidnapped you? It is 90% of the kidnappers, as confirmed, are from the southeast. Why did I say that Fulani is the reason why all these things are happening? For instance, these young men you see, let me call their name according to the young man. Let me call their name: Ekele Edimere, COC Akorisa. There's a title to this man they call COC Akorisa. Number 3, Emelihe Kashmir, and number 4, Odimegu, Etutu, Elutu. These 4 people, they are the names they are asking for that government, because if it gets to a point whereby the boys that you are using, initially, this is the story. Fulani, whatever was happening in the southeast, and they needed to mobilize young guys to do 1 or 2 things. To chase off the Fulanis. They give them ammunition because the Fulani themselves, they carry AK-47. You cannot use machete and cutlass and chase the Fulani. So these guys, that they say sponsor them, mention their name, gave them these ammunitions to fend off the Fulani. After the Fulanis have gone, now to control the boys becomes another issue. Why would I say to control the boys become another issue? Now, at what extent will it get to that these boys will come out and start exposing their sponsors? That means the relationship, there's so many flaws there. They say because of politics, these guys have abandoned them and what have you. And you see, just like how Buhari and El-Rufai were accused of bringing in people into Nigeria to scatter the country, that the monkeys and baboons be soaked in blood and have you, then Northern Nigeria never remained the same after Jonathan. Northern Nigeria, you see the kidnapping, these guys could not leave. They had to, Emefiele had to find money, is it not 150 billion, to give me Etiala. Even El-Rufai as the governor compensated, or whatever, what have you, compensated these guys that they brought in. So bringing in people to do a certain job, if you cannot manage the situation, it's going to spiral. This is not helping Igbo land. This is not helping Igbo land. See, the issue of Biafra. We need to get to a stage of consciousness, and that consciousness must get to a lot of people to come together and support a particular cause. It is not when a particular people are having a different motive about their different people from their everything just like confused. There's no now since they arrested Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of things have happened. I hope the federal government understands that every region is important when it comes to restructuring. Whatever that will happen will happen. Because these guys will come out to say that the government of the day cannot trace them or cannot do this, cannot do that. I have said it before. Any insecurity in any region, the politician has a hand in it. I repeat, any insecurity in any region, the politicians have a hand in it. There's no two ways about it. I'm telling you. So, you see, there was a video I saw. One was calling Hope Uzodinma, calling other people. Like I said before, you see how these politicians play politics. Now, if you are a governor of a state, and you know that the federal government prescribed IPOB as a terrorist organization, and you have political rivals in that state, and you know that the IPOB is synonymous with that region. For instance, I'm governor of Imo State. If I want to win elections, like unopposed, if I want to pepper my political opponents, what will I do? I'll just call them IPOB, tag them IPOB, use the police, allegations for allegations. You will defend yourself. These are the politics that these people are playing in the Southeast. Imagine a once peaceful region. This is where, man, the Southeast, see, I don't really understand what is going on. I don't understand. We have said the federal government release Nnamdi Kanu, no release. Tinubu release this young man. Should be October is the next date. If you release the man, Nnamdi Kanu have told you that if you release me, there won't be any insecurity in the Southeast. My brother, insecurity deal, people are afraid to go home. Yes, because with the situation of the country, with the suffering of the country, man, a lot of people are thinking of how they can do bad things, involved and indulge in criminal activities. Now, this BB Nigeria guy, one BB Nigeria guy, his manager, who lives in Enugu, was killed by kidnappers. Police, because of the suffering, police, they harass people. If they say you get money or they can extort money from you, and you're in a tight corner, they will take advantage of harassing you and collecting money, or that is another form of kidnap. So because of the situation of the country, everybody is resorting to different things. Now, if the sponsors of these guys leave them, how do they survive? That's the question I'm asking. If the sponsors of these guys leave them, how do they survive? Now, when I tell you that Southwest politicians, these guys are wise. They know what they are doing. They know how to come together. See how the issue of Igboho was settled. Under Buhari that wanted to kill Igboho, you see how Obasanjo and Co. and the rest, he was pushed into Benin. Benin. Yes. Then you see the cooperation. Benin is like an ancestral home to the Yorubas also. You see the cooperation of Yoruba leaders, how they shielded him. But that of Nnamdi Kanu and Co. Politicians are just looking at everything. They are even looking for ways to escalate the whole situation. Divide and rule. This elite, that's their own system, divide and rule. Now they will go to this group and they will make sure they divide them. Then use one group for their political activities. Like I said, an average Nigerian politician, the system of politics in Nigeria, an average Nigerian politician has his own thugs that do the dirty job for themselves. I tell you, an average Nigerian politician. You see, they may not use the established police. At a point in office, they can use police, but there are some jobs that the police cannot be able to do because of it is an established institution and force. It's a legal binding force. So, an average politician, see, go and try some of these local government chairmen. Like I said, transparency in this democracy, in this kind of Nigeria we are talking about. Go and try them. Go and ask your chairman how much he's making, how much they got into the local government a particular month. What did he use the money to do? If they see that you use them too much, they pester them too much, my brother, if you send somebody come meet you. So these guys always use this, most of them, not all of them, always use the services of thugs. So that is what I see in this Olu. I don't know why it is only Olu, because of Hope Uzodinma. The government of the day should know that this thing has a political undertone. It is mostly political, I tell you. Now they are saying that Mr. COC Akorisa is the former Attorney General, and the guys on ground are saying that the reasons why we are mentioning their names for the federal government to go and carry them is because they have turned it, they enter politics and they abandon us or what have you. What did the guy say? So this issue is political. Now the Southeast leaders and politicians, this is an opportunity for you people to come in and wade into the situation and make sure that this thing does not escalate. Because people are leaving their villages, people are leaving their towns, people are leaving, people are running away from their ancestral home because of the insecurity in the Southeast. If there's this kind of insecurity, how do you expect people to invest in their hometown? How do you expect people to invest? You cannot invest. Okay, let's come back to the Southeast, and these things are happening. The politicians are there. It doesn't concern me. It doesn't concern me. All of a sudden, these military guys, this ESN or what have you, are calling the names of the politicians. They are calling the name of this person and that person, and nothing happens. Is this how the Southeast will be? And tomorrow we'll start blaming some other persons for us not being able to solve our issues ourselves. These issues can be solved politically. You can see what the Burutai said. He was advising Tinubu how he's going to tackle insecurity in Nigeria. He said use the COVID-19 style to tackle insecurity. You know, say Buhari, Amietiela, and Erufai, they know all those people, they do all those things. Yes, because you can't be a leader in the Arewa, you don't know the people that are causing problems in Arewa. He now gave another advice that this is more than just the army handling, there's a political undertone to it. So insecurity in Nigeria is political. Insecurity in Nigeria, it is political. If you look at it very well critically, you know that there's politics. People are playing politics with the lives of people. Now, all these things are happening. It's on the news, and those people that are from the Southeast that needs to bring their investment to the Southeast here and there, they will not be there to put their investment because some elements decide to destroy. Now, somebody says this is what Nnamdi Kanu cost in the Southeast. He groomed these boys because every now and then these boys will call our leader Nnamdi Kanu, will call Samunepa and have you. If the people, the governors of the Southeast or the politicians in the Southeast don't make sure that this thing is handled wisely, you see, Nigeria as a country is complicated. That is why we are asking for restructuring. I'm telling you. For instance, now, other people say we are restructuring Nigeria. Want to go. Oduduwa say they are going. So other people say they are going. What will not happen? What will be the fate of those in the Southeast? Are we going to go back to these people threatening us? Are we going to go back to this insecurity? When we are not united in one purpose, understanding where we are going, are we going to go back? Then I'll go back. Then somebody will. I'll be afraid. People want to go where there is peace. If these people love the Southeast so much, they should stop all these activities and make sure that they listen to voice of reason. What do you need to do? You don't need to start going about doing one or two things, and you are fighting this person, you are killing this person, you are killing that person, you are killing that person. A lot of people are being misled into doing a lot of things. Like I said, restructuring is the better part for us to have and achieve our nation called Biafra. Restructuring is a better part because in the constitution there's no provision for referendum. Yes, and if you want to build capacity, you don't build capacity. There's a time you build capacity to challenge a state like Nigeria. You can't build that capacity now. There's no agreement, there's no unity, there's no uniform purpose in the Southeast. People, this one will say this one, that one will say that one. Nobody's understanding where everybody's going to. How do you think to achieve fighting Nigeria with multinational companies, multinational tribes, different nationalities are in Nigeria, only you. And they are taking advantage of the fact that Nigeria is united to take your resources. And you think that the Yorubas and the Fulanis will not be united at any point in time to make sure that they don't get Biafra. We should all apply wisdom to the necessary things we need to apply wisdom to. So whatever is happening, let the government of the day go in first. Let Ohanese and co. I know I'm calling Ohanese. I know I'm calling traditional rulers. I know I'm calling pastors, religious leaders, the governors, politicians, and top stakeholders. They should intervene in all this matter. My brother, man, I wish we understand what is going on in Nigeria today. If Nigeria is divided today, the greatest losers are the Igbos, because they have mixed your oil, use your oil, make money, use it and build some of these northern politicians. They don't use and do so many businesses, get so many contacts, get so many hotels and everything. They have already established themselves with your oil. So what has the Southeast benefited from Nigeria's resources? If you in Nigeria say we divide today, what's the Southeast? You cannot be doing something over and over again and expect a different result. I'm telling you, you cannot be doing something. Do I support Biafra? I support Biafra 100%. I'm telling you, before this creation of Britain, Biafra and the peoples existed. Some people that are living today, they are older than Nigeria. Make it make sense. Some people living today, they are older than Nigeria. Make it make sense. The time Nigeria was created, some people were even grandfathers. The time Nigeria was created, some people were fathers. Some people were like 50, 70, 80 years before Nigeria was created. So if we come back to the status quo, there's nothing bad. But how do we strategically move away from it? You don't do something repeatedly over and over again, you get a certain result, you re-strategize. You take a holistic look at everything. You play the long game. My brother, I wish I can make our people understand what we are losing as a people in this Nigeria of a thing. Even at that, we know that one day Biafra is a must. No, Nigeria cannot sustain. See, with the awakening going on in Africa today, the people coming on, you can see all of a sudden you have the Sahel state. Young people are taking the bull by their horn. So many young people are also studying the terrain. So many people are just watching everybody. We know that one day Nigeria is determined, is destined to be restructured. And whatever structure is going to get to, is going to get to. So the strategies we use at this point in time will help us in the long run. I'm telling you, will help us in the long run. If we continue like this, my brother, you can see people are moving their investments to the southwest. Every now and then, people are living in the northern part of Nigeria. You are running to the southwest. You leave the southeast, you run to the southwest. Ogun State, other states. You see Igbos everywhere. Because some people decided to be unfortunate in a region that was one of the fastest growing regions after the war. Some people had to be unfortunate. You are killing your brother and sister to get Biafra. How does that correlate? How does that come together? How did the Yorubas and the Southwest politicians, how did they manipulate everybody and they are getting what they want? Now they're there for power. Now if they are pushing, if push comes to stove or shove, they will cry, okay, as it is now, we don't be part of Nigeria. And you look at it critically, some Yorubas are living in other parts of the country. But the number of Yorubas living in the southwest, compared to the number of Yorubas living out of the southwest, it is a bit easier for them to call themselves together than for Igbos to call themselves together, because we have entered Nigeria so much. We are so intertwined in Nigeria. We are just everywhere in Nigeria. I'm telling you. So the problem is we have a leadership. You see, you cannot, like I said about politics, you cannot beat Tinubu without the coalition. The Southeast, you cannot achieve Biafra without a collective effort of everybody. Looking at the current state, you cannot achieve Biafra. So what is the problem? Now they have mentioned their name now. Federal government, you go and carry them. Abi, is that what they're expecting? You carry them, you expose this. Now everybody come back to ground zero. Why don't you people find? Why does the state government, Hope Uzodinma? I don't know what I can say about that young man. I'm telling you, you are there. If he finishes now, you look at Anambra State or by Obiano. He finished being governor, he run outside of the country. Where's Obaseki now? So as a governor, you create chaos because of few things are happening. Because of few things are happening. There's insecurity. Shebi the CDS, what is his name, say that insecurity is not needed for Southeast again. What is now this? Because of you, a lot of things have happened and they are still happening. So now if you finish your governorship now, you go go abroad, or you go stay for Southwest. That's how they do. You don't just go abroad, abandon the state. The leadership. And the young people are leaving the state by droves. That's why the Fulani, with all these things, you are killing yourself, you are fighting yourself. Before you are fighting the Fulani, now you start fighting yourselves. After fighting yourselves, the politicians, which I know that they are the ones, any insecurity, bigotry, poverty, whatever it is that we are suffering in Nigeria today, the hands of the politician, they inside, and then the pioneers of all these things. I'm telling you, the hands of the politician, they inside. And now that they are calling Nnamdi Kanu left, right, center, that might be a very good example, a very good opportunity for the government to use against this young man. Now they are calling names. They are going to, if they use it against this young man, and they might not want to. See, the restructuring that is coming will have to witness the release of Nnamdi Kanu in the long run. But if you allow Fulani enter there, with the support of the British, with their support, with their backing, a lot of things will happen. They will make sure that the chains they used to tie before, to tie everybody in the southern part of Nigeria, if they enter, they will make sure that they will go and look for that chain where they do anchor for sheep. They use that tie una. To make sure. How did the military, after the civil war, what did they do to old southeast region? What did they do? They divided. Brothers were divided. And with the division now, the generations to come are now arguing that me, I no be Igbo, I be Igbo, I no be Igbo, we be Igbo, we no be Igbo. Because some people deliberately tampered with the heritage of some people in Nigeria because of the colonial masters and what the oil, because of, my God. Sometimes I really don't understand this. When I tell you that we have a common enemy, people would think we are, but I don't know what to tell Africans. The black man has a fundamental issue. If it is to destroy themselves, the Oyibo will use black man. See, may God help everybody who is agitating for freedom.